Hey guys, my name's Joe and today we're going to be looking at some McDonald's toys from the 90s. Now growing up in the 90s, I definitely remember going to McDonald's and getting a Happy Meal. And one of the best things about McDonald's in the 90s were the toys. So today I'm going to be looking at some of the toys from the 90s up and from the very beginning up until the year about 2000. Some of these toys I definitely remember collecting. And some of them I just don't remember at all. But if you remember any of these McDonald's toys, leave a comment in the box below and it'll be really interesting to see if you remember them. So I was born in 1991, so there are a few from 1990, and I'm just going to show you the different sort of styles. So you've got Ronald McDonald and his little car, and I think it's like a pullback. No, it's not a pullback, it's just a little Ronald McDonald car. And there's also the burglar guy. Again, quite basic, quite just a normal car. And there's also Grimface. And again, these were made in 1990, so they're pretty old. So next up we have the fries, and we also have the drink. Now both of these have a wind up mechanism, which then means they slightly move when you wind them up, but they also move on a sort of flat surface. These are from 1991, and they're quite cool. They're quite good because they sort of represent the McDonald's foods. I don't remember these, but if you remember them, leave a comment below, let me know. The next toy is still in this packaging, so I'm just going to open the packaging and show you what's inside. And it's a Ronald McDonald ski and the bit of paper which comes with all the different other characters and their little toys. There's one which looks like a sort of like ski, like not a ski, like one of those things that ride on the snow. And there's also like a thing that collects all the snow and stuff. And this is from 1994. I don't remember this one. Again, it's quite a wind up, quite basic wind up mechanism, and on a surface it would move forward, but again it's pretty basic, not the most exciting, but good for 1994 I think, so yeah, definitely improving. Next up we have this little Grimface soft toy. Now I don't remember this is from 1991, so I would have been born this year. I'm not sure if this was a Happy Meal toy or part of like a collection for like charity. I know McDonald's definitely do soft toys today for like charity side of their business. But if you remember Grimface soft toy, let me know in the comments. I picked this up from like a charity shop a few years back for about £1. It's not that collectible, but it's quite a cool soft toy. So the next range is the farming collection. Now I definitely remember the farming collection growing up as a child, and I'm going to show you the 4 items that I've got in the collection. The first is the chickens, laying the chickens in the basket and wheelbarrow, and as you move it, the chickens make movement. There's also the Ronald McDonald in his tractor, and again when you move the tractor he pops up and down. There's also the harvesting machine which moves and makes like a movement when he moves. And finally we have the Grimface with, I guess, potatoes, and when you move the car it makes like a popping noise and all the potatoes pop up inside. This one I definitely remember because it just made like a popping noise all the time. and again it's quite a cool one. So the next range I definitely don't remember, but it's the like McDonald's spuds, like Mr. Potato Head sort of characters. I definitely don't remember these. They're from 1994 and there's a lot of like Halloween ones and they're like different themes, so I'm guessing throughout the year they did sort of like different designs and different layouts and stuff. I'm going to open one and show you, but they're quite cool, they're quite quirky. So this is like a Frankenstein potato head sort of character. So you get the body, you get the outfit which goes inside, and then you pop on the head, and you can collect lots of different ones like this. This Frankenstein one is quite a good one because of the colours and stuff. So there's more in a little bit of paper. So as you can see, there's lots of different ones you can collect. So you've got Frankenstein, a ghost, a witch and a vampire. So this is sort of like the Happy Meal Halloween collection of 1994. So the next collection I vaguely remember. I definitely remember something very similar, which was like puzzle pieces and cars going along with like a track sort of system. But these are like little units where you put the car in and you slot the car in and it pushes out the car. So we've got this one, and I've also got a Ronald McDonald one which is exactly the same, just different design. Again, these are from 1995. So yeah, it would be around the time I was starting to sort of remember things. So the next toy is the Lady and the Tramp doghouse with the lady, and as part of the collection was the other dog and the Siamese cats. I vaguely remember this. I'm not 100% sure whether it's this exact one that I remember. But again, this is from 1997. So it could quite possibly be what I do remember. So quite a simple toy, just pops open on the button at the back. So yeah, quite cool. So one of the collections I definitely remember is the Winnie the Pooh collection. Now I remember it coming out a few times. I guess there was the Tigger movie, the Eel movie. I think there was also a Piglet movie. So I think every time a film came out they released sort of similar sort of range of toys. I definitely remember having quite a few of the piglets and eels. If you remember these being Happy Meal toys, leave a comment below, it'd be really interesting to see. So in the 90s and early 2000s, Disney did a lot of promotion for Euro Disney, Disneyland Paris, in the form of Happy Meal toys. And I have a few here which I'm going to show you. The first is this Minnie Mouse hand puppet. It's quite bad for a Disney toy, I think. It just doesn't really look like Minnie Mouse. It just looks really quite, I don't know, it just doesn't look quite right. And this is actually from 2001. And then there's a few different toys. There's a Mickey Mouse, a Pluto, Goofy, Aladdin, and yeah, there's a few different ones there. I don't remember a lot of these ones being released. We also have a Pluto. Is it Pluto? I think it's Pluto. Toy. And again, this one is from the year 2000, and it's celebrating Disneyland Paris with all the different flags, and on the back it's got like a little badge. And as part of that collection there's some more different ones you can see. So you've got Donald Duck, Goofy, Pluto, Chip and Dale, Minnie and Mickey Mouse. And I've got a Chip or Dale here which I'll just show you. And this is the Chip or Dale, I'm not too sure which one's which. and again this one's from the year 2000. I definitely remember having this one growing up, and yeah, I just don't know why Chip and Dale doesn't ever seem to be on my radar, but it is a Disney cartoon. So one range that came out in 1999 was the Womble range. Now I never watched the Wombles, but I know that it's like really popular, but I don't think it was popular in 1999, so I'm quite confused why McDonald's released a range of toys in the 90s. I'm sure it's like an 80s thing, but if I'm wrong, leave a comment below, let me know. But I'm sure Wombles is like 80s or 70s thing. I don't remember it being a big thing in the 90s. But this is Madame Moselle, I think. Yeah, I think that's right. There's also a few other ones. And the reason why I'm keeping them in the bags is because Wombles are pretty collectible. If you ever see Womble stuff, it tends to be worth some money. I've not researched these, but they're quite collectible, so I'll just keep them in the bags for now. So in the 90s, McDonald's released a range of cartoon character Beanie Baby soft toys, and they include a character called Sooty and Sweep. I have one here, which I'm going to open and show you guys. And inside you've got like a Beanie Baby character, and there's also a lot of different characters to collect. So these were released in 2001, and you can get Rupert the Bear, Postman Pat, Bagpuss, some Wind in the Willows, Clangers, Paddington Bear, Noddy, Dougal from the Magic Roundabout, and a few others. And also this character called Captain Pugwash. Who remembers Captain Pugwash? Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little bit random, but I just thought I'd show you some things from the past, and hopefully you can reminisce if you remember any of these toys. Let me know if there's any toys that you remember from McDonald's in the comments below. There's one big collection that I did miss out, and that's because I didn't have any, and that is the TY Beanie Baby collection. Now Beanie Babies did a big range of toys for McDonald's Happy Meal Toys as like a miniature version, and again these were really cool. I just didn't show any because I didn't have any, but definitely worth checking out if you like that sort of thing. I also thought it was really good to sort of document McDonald's toys because they are being sort of like faded out now. It's 2020, plastic and all this stuff is being sort of like reduced, so I just thought it would be a good way of sort of documenting some of these toys from the past. Instead of getting a McDonald's toy, Happy Meal toy, you can actually get a bag of fruit, which is something which is, I guess, not as exciting, but it's also good for the environment. So let me know what you think of McDonald's toys from the 90s. If you like to see more videos like this, I'm going to be doing a sort of series of videos. So yeah, hopefully you'll be watching them soon. Thank you for watching.